Out in the midst of Bayou Andorra, the hooded man named Adonis beholds the shack. Shouting loons in the misty weather, echoes uplift above the swampy tracks. Adonis stands still, pondering if he should go back to his town to heed to the warnings he heard as a child that his heart may turn to black. But what has that profited him? To himself he asks. Adonis had dreams. Dreams upon dreams that his dreams would manifest themselves. But without schemes, he was left to lean to himself for answers of how to make the dark sayings of his dreams come to gleam. Adonis moves towards the shack of the mother whose visage has many seams. The air held its breath through the musk of the still swamp waters. Inside the shack dwelled Momandula, a mother above all mothers. Adonis stepped upon the shaky yet delicate structure that is sunken gravely on its pity legs. Inside, flickering candlelight danced to Momandiola's aged voice. They danced around her room as if they had no choice, through the shelves that had jars of gnarled roots, bleached bones, and feathers shimmering with a strange shaft of light. Then the light stood still, her voice mutes. The only sound is of the shouting loons when Adonis lifts up his voice. Momandiola, may I speak to you? Momandiola comes to her door and sees the young man through the seams. She opens it up for him and hastens to her seat. Adonis follows along and takes a seat. Across from her, he takes the seat, observing her visage of many seams, and her obsidian eyes cause the hair on his blackened arms to scream. Adonis was as strong as lion, wilted by years of working the Louisiana cane fields, but under Momandiola's gaze, he felt as small as a turtle in its shell. Momandiola, I pray, give me your divine epiphany, 'cause my dreams are too dark for me to understand. Give me a name, she asks. Daphne. Her voice wailed a low voice that seemed to vibrate from the very floorboards, rippling into the swamp waters that even caused the loons to heed. You seek for a vehement flame, a seal that's beyond our depths. But profit will make her contemned, for love is as strong as death. Adonis's soul was not assuaged, but he continued to engage with Momandiola to manifest his dreams from the dark cage. He pleads, I know, but her daddy is one of them hard preachers of the book and told me I can't have his Daphne. But I can't stop dreaming about her Momandiola. There has to be a way. Can you make a way? Momandiola chuckled, a hollow sound, like a croaking frog with a sore throat. Though profit will make her contemned, her father's God is not like my gods, but my gods may manifest what you've dreamt, and for a cost may spare you the odds. Adonis arose from the table and leaned forward. He agrees into her obsidian eyes, which he felt no longer tortured, for by her words he perceived being light-hearted, and she correctly perceived that Adonis would rather trust in her gods to win the love of whom he preferred. She grabs a knife. The air breathed heavily, whirling around, causing the stillness of the swamp to move. The loons began to shout even more as Adonis was about to move, moving on a journey far more that would test his very soul. For in his heart his love for Daphne is as hot as the coals. Momandiola laid her left hand upon him, while her right laid on the table, a ring adorned with a carved serpent head catching the candlelight. She begins to groan unto the gods of the swampy jungles, and prayed a prayer that lasted from twilight until the night fell. Gods, O my gods, speak unto me. Goddess Urzuli, guide our feet, bring about a most vehement flame, and let it light up the path so we may see. Ogun, take Adonis by the hand, as I see other spirits rising in the land. Fight his battles and of the path bought, lest his life be as the burning sands. Momandiola pricked her hand, and letting it drip onto the table, she then grabs Adonis's right hand and took blood, so that their blood can be mixed and their lives can be bounded. A new bond has settled in the cradle, now blessed by Momandiola's gods. After the ritual, Adonis goes back to his town to see if the charm is able to work on Daphne.